Well, I got pretty much everything I wanted to do in the garden done. Got lucky though, because since the Easter long weekend, it has been like the high 20s. It's been fantastic weather, so I took advantage of it. I'm glad I did. And those are my seed potatoes. Those are going to be getting planted soon. Now, I'm sure most of you who garden do your little maps to determine where you put stuff. Now, I know this looks really simplistic, but it's actually pretty detailed for me because I kind of wing it and, I plant things here and there and hope for the best. But we decided that this year we were going to just concentrate on planting what we wanted to plant and not overdo it. Like, only plant what we needed to have. There's no point in having, 20 cabbage plants when you don't need that much, because it's just going to go to waste. So I made these maps, and I have them for each of the garden beds in the backyard, and I'm in the process of still making maps for the next 3 years, because I'm going to rotate everything, so I have to map out where things can go. And obviously things will change as years go by, because I'm sure, figure out something works and something doesn't. But me being me, I screwed up already. So this is basically the garden bed here. Now, these big ones, like this one and the two others I have over there, they measure, it's 5 feet deep and it's 23 feet long. Those are the interior measurements. The whole outside box is 24 by 6. So as I was planting everything, and the green metal poles are markers for like the garden beds with walking paths between them, so I can get in and look at stuff, from end to end. But this last bed here was supposed to be 2 feet wide, and it's not. It's like 6.5 inches. So where the frig did I go wrong? Like I said, there's like 12 inches for like the walking path. The bed here is correct. Everything else is fine. So obviously if I screwed up there, that means I screwed up at the end, and that's what I did. Now, this bed and the bed over there, sorry about the sun, it's right, very bright, but you can see there's a tree here. So it's supposed to be, my map gives, I allotted 3 feet by 1.5 feet. So 3 feet is like from this pad here to that pad inside, and 1.5 feet this way. And that's so nothing gets planted here except these lovely little perennials that are growing. And these are for containers. But silly me, I measure the 3 feet, which is like here, and I start my garden beds. But the 3 feet is this way. This is only 1.5 from here, so this thing should have started about here, and then everything would have been fine. So the last bed, that the 2-foot bed, was supposed to be 2 rows of rutabagas. So I have 1 row here, and then its partner is way down at that end. When I redo this 4 years from now, I'll try and not screw that up. I didn't screw up on the other bed though, believe it or not. Now the greenhouse, doing just fine. I did forget to allot space for green onions, so I've put them in with the greenhouse veggies I'm growing right now. Broccoli is doing phenomenal in here. Phenomenal. And so is my lettuce. Everything's doing great. This, he might be recovering, I'm not sure. I'm going to give him about a month, and if he doesn't look like he's doing any improvements, I'm just going to pull him up. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but I did a short. This is a citrus tree that Juan and I have, we bought like, lemons, limes, grapefruits, and we saved the seeds, just store-bought fruit we saved the seeds from. These things are 10 years old, and this is finally given some flowers. There's a bunch right there. There's a nice big one over here. Hopefully you can see him. He's right there. And there's a few others on here, but we're stoked about that because we didn't think anything would happen with them. If it actually gives a fruit, it would be nice though, because it will tell me exactly what I planted, because I lost all the the little tags that you use to like label things. And they got lost. So, but while I was planting too, so this bed here is going to be for corn in the summertime. So right now I have a full row of peas here and a full row of radishes for now, just to grow some stuff. Still have some extra seedlings, and well, not extras, those are like stuff that for the next, that'll get planted another month for the most part. This bed here has got some spinach in it, and then I did another row of radishes and peas. And the radishes here are Japanese wasabi radishes. So I buy seeds from Baker's Creek in Missouri, and normally with them it's like you spend so much money and they send you some free seeds, and this year I got Japanese wasabi radish seeds, so I'm giving those a shot. I like wasabi. Maybe they'll taste good. Now the fence line here, this is going to be zucchinis, my green zucchinis, but right now, again, radishes and some peas, because I like peas. You need to grow a lot of peas to get a half-decent crop too. And this bed is going to be green and yellow beans, pole beans, lettuces will come into here also. But right now, for now, there is a row of peas. And this bed is going to be dedicated to tomatoes and peppers. And guess what I got growing here? 4 rows of peas. 1 here, there, and 2 more down at the end. I think I have enough peas, I hope. Hopefully I have enough peas. Now this bed here, Kim, what's with all the hay? What's with all the straw, hay, whatever it is? It just helps me mark the rows so I know where I did plant stuff, because this is all onions and carrots, parsnips and beets, leeks, and there's garlic down at the very end. And my dumbass cat doesn't necessarily like digging up straw because it's, you know, it picks, it's pickly. So it kind of deters him from coming in here and trying to use it as a litter box. Trellises are for cucumbers that'll be planted here, but they won't be going into the garden till like the end of May, early June actually. And of course my garlic. It's all coming up very nicely. Very nicely. Second year in a row it looks like everything that I planted has come up, which makes me happy. Very, very happy. Juan is cleaning his shop. It's a big mess in there. So, that's pretty much it for the garden this year. So, that's this year. So far. Because, like I said, there's other things that won't go in for at least another month for sure. Potatoes, I will getting my grow pots for tomatoes all done up very soon. A couple more weeks I'll be putting some more radishes between the carrot rows, not the carrot rows, but between the where I planted the carrots. And then I'll be concentrating on, like, I have to get seedlings started for zucchini, like summer squash, winter squash, cucumbers, and I forget what else I have to start seeds for. I have to start a few more, and I would if I felt like taking a trip to the front yard, but I don't actually. But I do have some asparagus growing there, which one of the upcoming videos, once they're very tiny, you can barely see them right now. So when they're a bit more pronounced coming out of the ground, I'll show those to you. They'll be this is their second year coming up, so I don't think I'll be harvesting any, but it just makes me happy that they actually came back, because you never know. Things could go wrong. Things can go wrong. So anyway, I shall keep you posted. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I do hope that wherever you are, you're having some beautiful weather like we are having here. Anyway, we'll catch up soon. Ciao for now.